Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Extreme Wrestling. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is the Attitude Era. We are booking Backlash today, and we need a bit of a refresh. It's been a while since we've had a episode, so let's get straight into it. So, for Backlash today, some big matches taking place. For example, Owen Hart and Double J defending their tag team championships against the New Age Outlaws. William Regal and Ultimate Warrior, they'll battle it out again. That's going to be so exciting to see. But Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, they won't be battling at Backlash, but it will be Hulk Hogan versus Kane one-on-one, and we're going to transition over to Steve Austin versus Ken Shamrock one-on-one. So the plan is there, give Austin Hogan a bit of cool-down time, revisit it back later on. Other matches, I don't know if we'll fit Too Cool versus Raven's Nest, which of course is Edge and Christian, and it will be Raven, so I think we probably need to find time for that. So Raven might make his debut at Backlash and join Edge and Christian and be their new leader. Aja Kong and Manami Toyota might have a rematch, or maybe we do Bull Nakano and Toyota. I'm not sure. Yeah, just trying to see if we can stretch that out for long, because those are our only good women we've got, so we need to try and make that storyline as good as possible for as long as possible. Big four-way for the tag team number one contendership probably on Smackdown. Angle and Vampiro for the IC. That's been a really strong feud for us. We're really trying to get Kurt Angle to be a full-fledged main event guy and trying to bring Vampiro from the middle of the card up to the upper mid-card, low-tier main event, hopefully in the near future. Mark Mero and Shane McMahon, they won't battle it out, but we might do an angle at the Backlash where, Shane McMahon gets attacked by Mero or something along those lines. Undertaker, Rock, and Mankind, triple threat match up there, which might determine who's the number one contender, who will face Hogan next. Test and Scorpio is just a Smackdown thing, and then X-Pac and Taka for the lightweight championship as well. So that's where we're at right there with our storylines. Our champions at the moment, obviously William Regal is European champion, Kurt Angle's the IC champion, X-Pac's the lightweight champion, Toyota's the women's champion, Hogan the world, and Owen and Double J the tag team champions. That's a bit of a refresher right now. And of course, our rosters, we are doing a brand split. It has happened. And Raw, their top guys, Kane, Shamrock, Austin, and Triple H, all looking pretty good at the moment. Shamrock's been one of those projects who we brought him down to about 81 popularity. And now we're trying to get him back to where he should be, or in the high 80s, close to 90. Kurt Angle, we mentioned a moment ago, he's now in the 80s, 81, 82-ish. We'd love to get him towards 90, and that's going to be our goal for the next period of time. Mankind, he's got 89 popularity. Big Show, high 80s. The Rock, into the 90s, 91. Probably the most popular guy on Smackdown, yes. Undertaker's got around 90, and X-Pac, low 80s as well. X-Pac lost a bit of popularity after he lost to Taka Michinoku. So, you probably would say Smackdown's got the best main event scene at the moment. But of course, we will be bringing over Raven to Raw. I think we're bringing Chris Jericho, though, to Smackdown in the end. So we went back and forth where we wanted to go with Jericho. Is he going to go to Raw? Is he going to go to Smackdown? But we have settled on him going to Smackdown because we've got Raven going to Raw. Raven's going to be the top heel coming through the ranks on Raw. Jericho could be the top heel coming through the ranks over on Smackdown. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at the moment. Still some other teams yet to debut. For example, the Dudley Boys, they haven't debuted yet. We have to analyze our tag team division, and we'll get a bit of a look at that this week on SmackDown to determine whether they need to be face or heel. I'm still undecided, but we can take a bit of a better look at that. And as I said, Jericho and Raven yet to debut as well. So Raven should debut at the pay-per-view. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Jericho yet. I think if he comes in as a heel, you could probably do Jericho versus Kurt Angle right off the bat as the first big feud there for Chris Jericho, which I think would be pretty awesome. So that's something to consider. Alright, with that being said, let's get into it. As you can see here, a couple of people without managers at the moment, without clients, out come a couple of our managers. I think James Mitchell will probably go on to manage the Acolytes, Bradshaw and Farouk. Chrissy Vane will manage Kane. We're just kind of getting that storyline happening. And Ivory, I have no idea. Don't know if she can do anything that's anything remotely good. She hasn't really proven herself to be capable just yet. So we'll figure that out, what we're going to do with her, but at the moment, not sure. Alright, let's get into Smackdown. So let's try and meddle in. Let's see if we can fix something here. Alright, so The Rock and Jeff Hardy, what's going on with them? They've bonded backstage. Well, at least someone doesn't hate The Rock backstage. That's a positive. They shared a love for cupcakes. Oh, okay. Interesting. So SmackDown's got a 100% backstage rating, which is obviously brilliant. That's really positive for us, but obviously a lot of people still hate The Rock and things like that. Okay, so this is SmackDown. Let's take a look at the results. We have things up with Mankind, who was furious at The Undertaker after ruining his party for The Rock last week on SmackDown. Then we had Test take on the Patriot for 48, Test 51, Patriot 47. Not bad for the Patriot. It was a 3-minute match, let's not forget. You can't really perform that badly in 3 minutes, fortunately for the Patriot and Test. So 48 rated match, and hell, 48 actually gained storyline heat for the Test and Scorpio storyline. That's how bad it is, so yikes. Shane McMahon and the Big Show are out there with Sable, and Shane McMahon and Sable are talking about how great their life is together, how great life is now they've moved on from Mark Mero. Forget about Mark Mero, Sable and McMahon. It's just a dream couple, and they are having so much fun together. And obviously Big Show, basically Shane McMahon's bodyguard at the moment, and that's not really going to sit well for the Big Show. It's a bit of a waste for the Big Show, yes, but until we need him to do some more, we can have him do this. I'd say we'll probably do Big Show and Mark Mero at some point, if we can. Maybe Big Show walks out on the match, doesn't actually help Shane McMahon. That's how we get him away from the ministry, not sure, from the corporation, not sure. So the Hardy Boys, they took on the Los Barricas for a 78 rated match. Matt Hardy 66, Jeff Hardy 76, Miguel 50, Salvio Vega 66. So Salvio still proving that he can get it done in tag team scenarios. Miguel's not too bad either with 50. Both teams have excellent chemistry. That's always going to help. And a 78 overall. So let's move on to our next match. So Vampiro cut a promo saying that he will not waste this opportunity at Backlash when he takes on Kurt Angle for the Intercontinental Championship, wanting to make sure that he will continue to rise up the ranks and ultimately take the championship from Kurt Angle. Tiger Mask quickly defeated Brooklyn Brawler for 53. Tiger Mask 50, Brooklyn Brawler 40. So there you go. Tiger Mask, despite having no pop, doing very, very well. Jack Roberts was seen backstage shaking the hand of Shane McMahon, and that kind of signifies that, yes, Jack Roberts has joined SmackDown. D'Lo took on Farouk, and this actually gained heat. I was worried he was going to lose it. Farouk 72, D'Lo 51. Farouk can still go. 73 overall for the match. Very good. Nicely done. It was a wild brawl, so that probably helps Farouk out. D'Lo 51. Not too bad from him. Very good stuff. X-Pac 97 for his promo on Taka Michinoku in particular, but also mentioning the other lightweight, saying that he's ready for all challenges, new or old, in this lightweight division. 97, so that will gain storyline heat as well for his match against Taka at Backlash. We then had The Rock take on Vampiro for 84, so that advanced the Kurt Angle and Vampiro storyline. Probably brought the heat down a little bit, but, you know, we'll see. The Rock 94, Vampiro 67, so you got to remember Vampiro is about 55 pop. Performing at 67 is really good. The Rock, obviously fantastic with 94, so good matchup there. Very good, 84. And that's probably why we didn't keep... That's why we left Undertaker and all that out of that storyline, out of this match. Just, you know, because I felt as though the storyline heat would go down if they were involved. But Angle and Vampiro was an advancement, so there's hope that it didn't drop too much. Final segment will bring it back up regardless. 99. So you had the Undertaker and Vampiro joining up to fend off The Rock. They took him down. Angle tried to get involved. Taker took him down. Mankind failed to save as well. So Angle and Mankind failing. And a bit of a repeat of last week with the roles reversing. Taker and Vampiro getting it done this week. Standing tall, heading into Backlash. 99 was the segment rating for this one. I'm surprised it didn't get 100. I guess maybe one of the storyline hits was a touch low, but that's okay. 99 still good. That'll give us a 88 rated Smackdown. All right, we'll take that. Normally we don't get that good for Smackdown, but very, very good. All right, you want me to check out these ECW and All Japan shows? Okay, first up, All Japan. Akira defeated Takayama for 90. Gary Albright, Honda defeated Hawkfield, Johnny Smith to keep the All Japan, All Asia tag team titles. Right, there you go. Doesn't this guy have the... Yeah, he's got the hardcore title too. Oh yeah, we need to do the hot dog eating contest. Oh yeah. Remind me, we'll try and squeeze it on Backlash or maybe Heat. Viscera and Gary Albright. Who can eat the most amount of hot dogs wins the hardcore title. Hardcore TV. RVD beat Shane Douglas. I wonder how many times they've done that match. Marty Jannetty, my man, got a win over Jerry Lynn, getting the push too. Chris Candido defeated Brackus as well. Barely Legal. Sabu and Taz defeated RVD and Candido for the main event. Funaki defeated Tommy Dreamer. Oh boy. Jesus, Funaki getting the big win over Tommy Dreamer. Well, I guess Dreamer hasn't got the popularity. We need to get Dreamer in for an appearance to get his pop-up. Jerry Lynn defeated Doug Furnace to retain the TV title, and Justin Credible defeated Spike Dudley. Okay, so 6,000 people attended. That's a good house. 36,000 watched on TV. Yeah, that's a good house. This is Sunday Night Heat. Let's take a look. So Takada defeated Brooklyn Brawler on the pre-show for a 50 rated match. Takada 58. Very, very good. Brooklyn Brawler 39. 7-minute match, so still long enough of a match to kind of get a bit of a gauge of where Takada's at. So 58 is obviously brilliant. And of course, he's a part of martial law. Ivory says that maybe wrestling isn't for her and considers managing somebody. So she's kind of pondering her future. What's going to happen for me? Where do I go from here? 52. We open up the show with Owen Hart and Double J, 91. They were talking about the potential rift in D-Generation X. What's going on with them, what's going on with Triple H, etc., 91. So that will continue that storyline. Awesome Chains defeated lost to Martial Law, for a 64. Awesome, Mike Awesome, 62. Chains, 53. Steve Blackman, 60. Dan Severin, 59. So, very good stuff, actually. 64. Mike Awesome was very, very impressive, I gotta say. Him and Chains are a nice little team that probably should be getting a little bit more love than what they get. Steve Blackman, 60. Dan Severin, 59. Very good stuff from them as well. Goldust and Golga were out there hyping themselves up for 74. Figured, we might as well get them on the card. Let's get them doing something. So, 74 there. Test defeated Scorpio for 50. Test 48, Scorpio 45. So Scorpio's bad run of losses continues. Test getting the win to make him look good and try and get his career started up. The Big Show is out there with Shane McMahon and Sable promising to destroy Mark Mero if he shows up tonight at Backlash for 95. Great segment. Big Show obviously looking fantastic. He's the real deal, the Big Show. Just can't quite get his wrestling skills to match all the menace and the entertainment skills that he's got, unfortunately. But he could be a big player for us in the near future. Main event was Ultimate Warrior versus William Regal. We went 10 minutes, hoping that Warrior wouldn't die, and he nearly died, but not too bad. He was gassed, but did need the oxygen tank to get out of there. 61 from Warrior, Regal 76, a 78 rated match. Regal makes it his first title defense of the European title, and we pretty much wrap this feud up with Finlay and Regal beating down Warrior to close things out. So that's an 85 rated segment, and that's how we close out that feud. Warrior, he came in, had a nice little run with the European title. He got it, lost it to Regal, and now Warrior will probably be Still in the mix, but hopefully putting over guys more so than winning titles. Regal as European champion, I think will be pretty good long term. I think he'll have some good stuff, good matches there. So 80 rated for the overall show for Sunday Night Heat. And now we get ready to book the pay-per-view. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Backlash, and we've got a few pre-show matches to start off with, including our women's, well, 8 women tag team match. God knows how that's going to go. So let's take a look at the results. So the women, Yokota, Yoshida, Apache, and Ivory. Yes, Ivory's wrestling again, God help us. They took on Akira, Hakuto, Jazz, Luna Vachon, and even Sable got in the ring. Now, out of everyone that the fans were not happy to see wrestle, it was actually Jazz, not Sable. So there you go. Ivory 40, Apache 26, Yoshida 48, Yokota 51, Sable hit 40, Luna 50 was the second best in the match, Jazz 19, and Hakuto 49. Gives us a 47 rated matchup. Yep, that happened. But look, I wanted to see how every woman was kind of traveling and get a bit of an idea of who we should be looking at pushing next. Looks like Yokota is probably the best out of the lot, with Luna the best over on the heel side of things. So Nakuto's not too far away as well. So that's a couple of the women that we probably will keep an eye on. Yeah, Too Cool cut a promo as well on the pre-show with Rikishi, Scotty, and Grandmaster Sexay. So I think we've got the Patriot versus Mark Henry coming up next. So Mark Henry's in good touch, so we'll see how he looks. And yes, so he had a 65 rated performance against the Patriot, and the Patriot 41. Okay. So Mark Henry, you know, short match, still looking pretty good. Holding back a little bit here. Obviously, it's a pre-show match. Probably not going to give everything he's got for a pre-show match, so that's fine. So Henry, you know, he's done his developmental stint. He's looking okay. I'm not too worried about him just yet. Don Marie and Ken Shamrock are out there as they talk about their newfound relationship. So the deal is Shamrock and Don Marie are dating. That's their on-screen relationship. And that's how we get Don Marie managing Shamrock going forward. And Steve Austin was involved. Yeah, well, they were talking about Steve Austin in the segment. Okay. We've got Al Snow and Gangrel coming up. So a 59 rated match rather. Al Snow 57, Gangrel 52. That's actually pretty good from both guys there. Al Snow 57 is very, very good. And Gangrel, well, you know, I think both guys got very low 40 pop. So 52 from him. That's pretty good. Jonathan Animations gifted a sub out to Sheridan. Good to see Jonathan back. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for the gifted sub. And Sheridan gets the sub. Well, Sheridan needed it. Thank you so much. Well, Sheridan's had enough spins tonight, so I'm going to give Jonathan the spin for that one. Oh yeah, I need to give away some spins. So remind me after they do this pay-per-view to give away the gifted spin. 86 gifted subs from Jonathan. 86. Holy shit. Jonathan, great to see you, man. Welcome back. Can you ever really have enough spins? Probably not Sheridan, but... Okay. Back to the pay-per-view. So that's where we cut all that out of the video and we come back here and pretend that it never happened in the video. Okay, so get you guys to predict X-Pac and Taka Michinoku. That's about to come up, so if you guys get your predictions in for there, that'd be good. Alright. So, Al Snow and Gangrel 59. Now we move on to our next segment. It will be Stevie Richards out here. Stevie Richards is on the streets, busking away, trying to earn $1 or $2, but you know, he's singing, trying to play whatever instrument that he could get his hands on, maybe, you know, slapping his legs or something, and as he sings along, clapping his hands. I don't know, but Steve Richards is trying, but everybody just seems to quickly move walk away from this guy because he stinks. He's, he's smelly. He's, all ragged up. He's not looking that great, Stevie Richards. He's homeless. He's struggling a little bit. But, everyone's just quickly walking past him and trying to act like he doesn't exist. And that's a 46 rated segment. Then we have our opening video package for Backlash, as now we get into the main show. So we open things up there. Taka Michinoku and X-Pac is our opening contest for the pay-per-view. It'll be for the lightweight championship. X-Pac and Taka, this is a rematch from WrestleMania. Both guys have been pretty good. X-Pac obviously carrying the feud a little bit more. So I think this will be an 83 rated match. It's actually going to be an Iron Man match as well, so that might boost it a little bit more. It's going to be a 20-minute Iron Man match. So I'm going to say 84 for this one. I'm pretty confident this is going to go well. So let's have a look. X-Pac and Taka, 82, close. X-Pac, wow, 87, very, very good. Taka Michinoku, 63. So a 20-minute match. X-Pac makes it his first championship defense. So it's a definitive win for X-Pac. He got 3 falls to none. Well, there you go. He destroyed him. 3-0, 3-zip. That's not much you can really, you can't really come back from that, from Taka Michinoku. So X-Pac beat him pretty comfortably. Unfortunately, I would have liked it maybe to be, 3 falls to 2. Yeah, 3-2. We'll pretend that never happened. So 3-2. But so X-Pac clearly with the clear winner. After the match though, Ultimo Dragon made his debut and he confronted X-Pac, pointing at the lightweight championship, saying that he wants that title. He's coming for that championship. He's come to the WWF to win that championship. So in a way, obviously Ultimo Dragon was in WCW competing for the Cruiserweight Championship. So by him coming over from WCW, coming to the WWF, immediately pointing at the Lightweight Championship and saying, that's the title that I want, it kind of gives the impression that, okay, this is the most important championship for me. This is more important than the Cruiserweight title for the WCW. So this is the most important belt, so I want this one. So that's kind of like a bit of a smaller way of, taking a shot at WCW, I guess, if you want to. But then more importantly, a great rating for his luchador gimmick. So that's a really, really positive start for him. So next up will be Hardy Boys, Headbangers, Pimp Nation, and the Acolytes in a fatal 4-way match. And that will be a bit of a wild brawl. So this is going to be pretty hard to predict, but I'm going to say 74 for this one. So let's take a look. A bit of a number 1 contenders match as well. 75, very close. So Matt Hardy 65, Jeff Hardy 74, Mosh 54, Thrasher 53, Godfather 62, 54 from D-Lo, and the Acolytes 76 apiece. So it was about a 13-minute match. I don't know if anyone was, slowed down because of momentum. Some people couldn't go all out. Just thinking, is anyone struggling with the stamina? The Godfather was. But other than that, this should be all good. So everyone did pretty well. Everybody did pretty well there in this one, a 75 rated matchup, and we gave the win to the Acolytes, who will probably go on to face Owen Hart and Double J for the Tag Team Championships in the near future. Alright, next match will be Bull Nakano versus Manimi Toyota for the Women's Championship. Before we get there though, Brian Pillman. Yep, we're going to show Brian Pillman leaving the rehab facility. So we've been showing Pillman and some vignettes of him at rehab. Now we've got one of him leaving the facility and kind of, becoming a free man. He's cured, he's ready to go, maybe on his way back to the ring. Alright, now the women's match. Well, both women, I think Bull's got 44 pop, 43, Toyota 48, 60 plus storyline heat. So it's going pretty well, but I just hope that these women can deliver. So I'm going to say 64, I'd like to say. So we'll have a look. So, the women's match, wow, 69. Whoa, that's a bit of a surprise. Bull Nakano 60, Toyota 63, 69 rated match. That's really good. Toyota makes that her first defense. So now we obviously had RG Kong and Toyota as the main situation here. But we figured, you know, let's wait another month. Let's hold off on doing that match. Let's build up some of the other women before we, you know, give away our best rematch, our best match again. Bull Nakano's here. Why not give her the first opportunity to try and win it back for the team? She fails. Now Archie Kong can step in. But Bull Nakano, I think, you know, being associated with Archie Kong for such a long period of time, you would have probably believed that her popularity would have been a little bit higher. So it's a little bit disappointing that it isn't better than what it is. So by giving her a big singles match in a pay-per-view, it's an opportunity for her to shine and maybe get a bit of a popularity boost herself. So now Toyota gets the first defense out of the way. Now she'll have the big rematch with Archie Kong next time. 69 for the overall result. Well, Vampiro and Kurt Angle is up next. That's our next matchup. As we had Martial Law, who got a victory over on Heat against Awesome Chains. And they said in their promo that their victory just puts them above the rest of the pack in terms of the tag team championship race. So they believe that they should be the next team in line for the tag team titles over on Raw. 67 for their promo. Pretty good. So Kurt Angle and Vampiro. Again, this should be an interesting one. Vampiro has been good, performing high 60s. Kurt Angle obviously mid 80s plus. I don't even 100% remember what Kurt Angle's last performance was, but it should be pretty solid. So storyline Heat's really good. I think everything's in place. We've done everything we can to make this match as good as possible. Now let's see it. I'm going to say 87 for this one. I'm hopeful. So the Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Vampiro and Kurt Angle, 84. Okay. Vampiro 67, Kurt Angle 86. So Vampiro 56 pop, so that's good. Kurt Angle though, he's got about 82, 83 pop in a couple of areas. So for him only to get 86 is a touch concerning, but I suppose it's hard to get that big of a jump when you're already that high up the card. So that actually lost storyline Heat. So that's how good the storyline Heat was going. So that's okay. Kurt Angle makes that his 6th defense. I can't even believe he's had 6 already, but 6th defense of his Intercontinental Championship. And that might all be crashing to an end when we bring in Chris Jericho, perhaps. All right, Too Cool versus Edge and Christian is up next. So let's have a look at that match. Edge and Christian's been pretty good, performing mid-50s plus, well, maybe even 60s, I reckon. Too Cool's a pretty strong tag team too, so they should be in the 50s. So I'm going to say 65 for this one. Let's have a look. Wow, 74. Well, there you go. Scotty Too Hotty, 54. Grandmaster Sexay, 68. Christian, 70. Edge, 75. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So obviously Scotty Too Hotty is a touch lower than the rest, but Grandmaster's very good. Edge and Christian are just on the same level as the Hardy Boys right now in their performances. That's crazy good. What can you say? Both teams are really going well. So Too Cool actually got the win. So we gave them the big win to try and boost them up. And they got the win when Rikishi, who obviously got himself involved, capitalizing on the numbers game. After the match though, Raven made his debut. So he got average rating for his mysterious gimmick. That's not too bad. That should be good enough to work with. Hopefully it'll improve. But Raven makes his debut. The lights go out. Raven appears when the lights return. He attacks Too Cool and helps Edge and Christian take them out. So they take down Too Cool. Raven makes his big debut. And there you go. So ultimately that should boost up Edge and Christian quite a lot. That's why we gave Too Cool the win, because it's okay. Make them look good. Edge and Christian will bounce back. They'll rebound and they'll get their popularity back pretty comfortably in the long term. And Raven's Nest formed. And obviously by having Raven coming with Edge and Christian, it kind of signifies that Raven's the missing piece for the group. And now we have this new stable. All right, next is Ken Shamrock, Steve Austin. Last time they had a one-on-one match, it was 99 rated. Don't know if we're going to get that one this time, but I'm going to say in the 90s for sure. I'm going to go 95. I think this has got the ability to be a big one. So Ken Shamrock versus Steve Austin. I said 95. I hope it does better, but I'm going to go 95. Let's have a look. There it is. So Austin, 93. Ken Shamrock, 88. So last time they had a one-on-one match, the WWF title was on the line. So when the title's on the line, it's going to bring the story, the overall rating for it up that little bit more. But no title this time. 95 though, still excellent. Austin and Shamrock, 22-minute matchup. Austin gets a clean win over Shamrock. So we went clean, keep Austin's momentum building. Shamrock though put up a big fight, came really close, makes him look like a strong competitor. And on another given day, maybe he would beat Steve Austin. That type of situation. Austin was just the better man tonight. Owen Hart and Double J versus the New Age Outlaws coming up next. Before that though, we did this. It was a hot dog eating contest between Viscera and Gary Albright. The hardcore title was on the line. Yes, hardcore title on the line. Viscera wins the hot dog eating contest. Why wouldn't he? Have you seen Viscera? Of course he's going to win a hot dog eating contest. He's probably undefeated his whole life. He defeats Gary Albright and wins the hardcore title. So Viscera now has a championship. He's a hardcore champion. There you go. And next up, Owen Hart and it got 82 rated, by the way. It was both rated on Menace, so, you know, two big dudes eating hot dogs, that's pretty menacing, right? Like, I'd be pretty scared when Viscera eats 25 hot dogs and doesn't even look like he's full yet. You know, he could still eat another 50. You know, I'm pretty scared of that, to be honest. Owen Hart and Double J versus the Outlaws up next. Let's have a look. Wow, 95. Wow, this is a big one. Jeff Jarrett, 82. Owen Hart, 90. Road Dogg, 94. Billy Gunn, 89. Holy crap. 95 rated. Whew. So, Owen Hart and Double J win thanks to a botched interference by Triple H. So Triple H has been trying to help the Outlaws, trying to keep DX together. But ultimately, he's causing more harm than good. And the New Age Outlaws are getting a little bit frustrated with Triple H. So he tries to interfere, tries to help out the Outlaws, but ultimately he accidentally hits Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn gets locked in the sharpshooter, and that's it. He loses the match for the team. Owen Hart and Double J making their second title defense. So Triple H causing more harm than good at the moment. 82 from Jeff Jarrett, 90 from Owen Hart, and like I said, Road Dogg 94, Billy Gunn 89. Very, very good. 95 rated match. And we are just about ready perhaps to turn Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. I guess we can't turn Road Dogg for some reason, but yeah, just about ready to turn them. The following segment though, we had, there we go, it works this time. So for some reason, the previous segment, Road Dogg couldn't turn, but Billy Gunn could turn, but now they both can, so sure. So Triple H was out there trying to apologize for costing them the match. The Outlaws are furious that Triple H ultimately cost them the tag team titles potentially there. So that almost probably one more segment of Road Dogg and Billy Gunn maybe leaving DX once and for all, and that will be the official turn taking place right there. Okay, now one of our big matches. This could be our best match of the card, I think. Although it's not the main event. The Rock, Mankind, and Undertaker coming up next. It's a triple threat match. I'm going to shoot for 99. I really believe this one will go all the way there. I think this will get the best possible rating we can get. I don't think it'll be 100, but I think a 99. I mean, it does have 90 plus storyline here. It could go all the way. You never know. But the big triple threat matchup, I would love it. I'd love it 100, but we'll have to wait and see. So, Triple H, Road Dogg, no, forget that. Triple H, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn, that's all done. But The Rock, Mankind, and Undertaker, triple threat match. Let's have a look. Whoa, 89. Oh boy. Well, that was not what we were expecting. What happened? What went wrong? Low locker room morale. Low locker room morale cost us the big one. Okay. Interesting. Well, Rock 94, Mankind 93, Undertaker 92. What more can you really do? Yeah, what more can you really do? 21-minute matchup. Got the time it needed. Mankind picked up the win. He got a roll-up victory on the Undertaker. So we're kind of heading towards Mankind getting the next title opportunity against Hulk Hogan. Yeah. 89. Yep, there you go. Everyone does hate The Rock, so that might cost us a little bit there. Well, good thing we didn't make that the main event. Hulk Hogan and Kane coming up next. One-on-one. And, well, look. Kane's not the best worker in the world. Hulk Hogan's far from the best worker in the world. So I really have no idea how this is going to go. Kane in the main event scenarios, he's more towards low 90s than high 90s. So, well, I'm just gonna let the game, you know. I don't even know what my prediction can be. 94. I don't know. But all I hope is that it does get better than 95, I suppose, because we've already had a 95 twice on the card. It'd be really good if we can get a better than a 95 to get this pay-per-view right up there to being a really good one. So, let's have a look. Hogan and Kane, one-on-one. Can we do 95 or better? 89. Bugger. Well, Hogan did good, 88. Kane was the best. Kane actually did really good. They have pretty good chemistry, so that's a positive. But I'm guessing low rocker room. So, lack of selling and match time. So we probably needed one more minute on it. If we got one extra minute, maybe. But I was hesitant because Hogan's already getting penalized with stamina. So I was hesitant to go any more than 19 minutes just because of Hogan's stamina. But if we had it went 20, maybe it would have done better. Maybe it would have gone down a little bit more. That's okay. So, 89 for that one. But we had two other good matches on the card as well. So we should still get in the 90s for our overall result. So, no, we don't. Just 89. Scotty Too Hotty used too much. Alright, sure. Scotty Too Hotty had too much time on the card. Alright. Sure thing. Whatever. Alright, so that's a bit of a disappointing one, but that's okay. You know, that's our first brand split at pay-per-view, I suppose. So we've got a lot to learn from that one, and we'll go from there. So Austin was good. I'm going to give him some praise. Road Dogg was really good as well. I'm going to give him some praise. And Owen Hart was really good in his match too. So I'm going to give them some praise. So give them a bit of love. And now we move into May of 1999. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, but you know, you can't win them all. Can't get every pay-per-view to be good. That's okay. So Backlash, 50,000 fans. We got 1.51 for the pay-per-view buy rate. That's fine. And Heat, as we saw earlier on, 3.41 was the TV broadcast rating there. All Japan have signed a new graduate. How do you say this one? Hijikata. He starts with 20 pop already. So All Japan pick him up on a paper appearance only deal. Bart Gunn has officially moved on, so we've actually let Bart Gunn go. So he'll have the chance to go somewhere else. There you go. So Bart Gunn can move on and do something different. And that's really about it. Any other new workers coming in? There's a few. Travis Tomko. Oh boy. Tyson Tomko coming in. 81 Menace. Apart from that, oh boy. Zero. He can't do any chain wrestling. Can't even do can even lock up. Ruffy Silverstein. Right, there you go. I like the name. Interesting. TJ Wilson. Of course, Tyson Kidd coming in, 17 years of age. A little bit young for us, but good to know. The Duke of Danger. Wow, what a name that is. The Duke of Danger. What's his menace? The Duke of Danger has 0 menace. Oh my goodness. All right, Stu Odyssey. There are some interesting names this month. Adam Booker. All right. Sure. And Jimmy Jacobs. All right, we know, of course, 15 coming in. 15, he's got 82 charisma. All right. Look at his stats coming in at 15 years of age. Wow, that's very good. And Ryo Sato coming in. Well, I know he ends up being pretty good over in Japan. And he's got some nice stats to start. And obviously Hijikata as well. So, no one from me. No, I'm not going to sign anyone there, but there is some definite interesting names as well. So Rick Martel has left WCW. There's an option if we wanted to bring him in. I mean, he could still probably go. He's not too bad, obviously declining, but he can still go. New Jack has left ECW. That's an interesting one. I didn't think he would leave there. I don't want New Jack because I don't want him to kill anyone on my roster, so I'm good. But behavior, well, he's not the worst, surprisingly. James Mitchell's joined us now. Chris Adams leaves WCW as well. 44, very old. We wouldn't pick him up. Masahiro Chono gets an offer. So, is he no longer toxic? No, he still is. So even though he's toxic, this little EWP promotion, they're coming in. A little European promotion says, you know what? He's toxic. That's fine. We still want him. We will take him. We don't care if he's toxic. That's a bold move, but there you go. So he's got 75 pop in Japan. He had 85, I think, but he lost so much. So if you are watching on the YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like on it and subscribe to see more episodes from me. And of course, follow me on Twitch so you can watch the streams live for yourself. And make sure you have notifications on so you'll be notified whenever I do go live.